Hi kids, let's start with the chapter 3, the skeletal and muscular system. So you can see some pictures. The first picture shows a boy playing with a ball. The second picture shows a boy standing. The third picture shows that the girls are running around. So to do all these physical activities, which systems are required or which system starts working close? Yes. So the skeletal system and the muscular system work together very closely to make our body move. Skeletal and muscular systems. So first we start with a small activity given on page number 29, that is what I know. So as you see, part A, it is name the 5 sense organs. As we all are aware that sense organs are the doors to this wide world. They make us smell, hear, feel, see and taste. So we see the first picture is about the nose. The nose senses the different smells around us, whether good or bad. The next picture is about the ear. The ear allows us to hear the different kind of voices or the noises around us. The third picture is about the skin. It allows us to feel or sense the cold or hot objects around us. The fourth picture is about the eyes. The eyes allow us to see the beautiful things around us. And the last picture is about the tongue, which allows us to taste the different recipes or the different tastes, like whether it is sweet, sour, salty or bitter. So these all are the 5 sense organs. Now the B part, that is, name any 2 internal organs and any 2 external organs. Internal are the organs which are inside and external means which are outside. So you can write any 2 names of internal organs or any 2 names of external organs. Before we start the actual chapter, let me brief you what we are going to study in this chapter. First, we are going to study about skeletal and muscular system work together. Then we are going to see the skeletal system, its definition and the functions. Then we are going to study about the parts of skeleton. So there are 4 parts of skeleton: skull, ribcage, backbone, limbs and girdles, which we are going to see in detail. Then we are going to study about joints. So there are 2 types of joints: immovable joints, that is the joints which cannot move, and movable joints, that is the joints which can move. In that we are going to study 4 types of joints: pivot joint, sliding joint, ball and socket joint and the hinge joint in detail. Then we are going to study about muscles and its movements. There are 2 types of muscles: voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are the ones which we can move according to our wish, while involuntary muscles, we cannot control them. There are 2 types of involuntary muscles: cardiac and smooth. So this is all that we are going to study in this chapter. So now let's refer to our textbook, page number 29. You can see a picture is shown where a girl is lying on the bed and her friends are inquiring about her. "Hello Saira, what happened to your arm?" The girl says, "I fell off the stairs and broke my arm bones, but the doctors say that I'll be fine soon." Do you know that broken bones can repair themselves? Can you guess bones are a part of which body system? So let us study about the skeletal system and learn how muscles help in moving the bones. So let's start with the skeletal system. The framework of bones in our body is known as a skeleton. I repeat, the framework of bones in our body is known as skeleton. It is covered with flesh, that is muscles and fats, and skin. If you see this picture of the skeletal system, this is the skull, the jawbone, the shoulder blade, these are the ribs, the upper arm bone, this is the spine, then these are the hip bones. Now if you see the lower limbs, this is the thigh bone, this is the kneecap, this is the calf bone, the shin bone and the foot bones. While in the upper limb, you can see these are the shoulder blades, this is the upper arm bone, this is the lower arm bone and these are the hand bones. Now we have seen the definition of the skeleton while the different parts of the skeleton. Now we are going to study the functions of skeleton. So the first function of the skeleton is it gives the body its shape. The skeleton gives the body its shape. The second function is it provides support to the body. Third, it keeps the internal organs in their proper place. So all the internal organs like the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the intestine, they are kept in their proper place. It protects the internal organs from damage. So the skeleton, it protects the internal organs from damage. Then the skull protects the brain. The ribcage protects the heart and the lungs. The vertebral column protects the spinal cord. So you can see here, the skull, it will protect the brain. The ribcage will protect the heart and the lungs. And the vertebral column, it will protect the spinal cord. Now, the larger bones. So these larger bones, they contain bone marrow, that is a spongy tissue inside the bones, which produces red blood cells and most of the white blood cells. The bones also contain minerals, that is calcium, potassium, etc. Hi kids, already we have studied the skeletal system, the definition of skeletal system, its functions. Now let's see some facts. So the first fact is that a newborn baby has 300 to 305 bones, while the adults have 206 bones. So as the baby grows older, some bones join together. I repeat, the newborn baby has 300 to 305 bones and the adults have 206 bones. Then, in our body, our hands and feet have the maximum number of bones. Hands, they have in all 54 bones. Well, each hand will have 27 bones. The feet have in all 52 bones, while each feet will have 26 bones. The bones in the palm, foot and toe are small in size, while the bones in legs and arms are long and the rib bones are round. A few bones in the head are flat. So if you see the figure, if you see this figure, the bones in the palm, the foot and toe, they are small in size. The bones in legs and arms, they are long, while the rib bones, if you see these rib bones, they are round, while a few bones in the head, they are flat.